Today is 13th November. I have come back once again to discuss you the alternative English of plus 2 second year. Today's topic is a poem of a questionable conviction, of a questionable of a questionable conviction. This is one of the important question and poem of your syllabus. Jayanto Mohapatra, the poet of this poem, has given a message through his poem. What is that? Poet. Questionable conviction. How does it reflect? Divine inspiration. Without, as I told you, without divine inspiration, no one can write the poem which appeals us. A poem is one kind of literature. Through poem, the poet wants to convey us some message, good message. A good poem always inspires us. A good poet always writes good poems. But as far as I know, to write a poem is not an easy task. To write a story, to write something else is different. But to write poem is something different and difficult and very risky. It requires knowledge, it requires diligence, it requires too much hard work. Conviction, questionable conviction is really something else. It may refer to the poet's acute physical starvation. What do you mean by that? The poet does not eat food. Yes, they take. Physical starvation means they have to sacrifice a lot of worldly pleasures to devote himself to write poems for the literature work. It is not possible. Pen and paper is not enough. Patience is required. If pen and required, pen, paper is available, poetry is available, but mind is not there. If the food is also available, inspiration is not there. Without divine inspiration, how can a poet write a poem? They can write some words, it's not a poem. There will be no good appeal and message for us. That's why it may refer to the poet's acute physical starvation, poverty hidden status that keeps him awake for nights. Most of the poets spend their time to write poems, especially at night. Why? Why not in daytime? Because we are busy. Our day-to-day routine work. Routine work. Lot of people comes to us. We have lot of assignment and do some work. We cannot concentrate our mind to write poems. That's why the poet prefers night time, when others are busy for their own work, when others are going to bed, poet is above. Night time, quiet place, no sound, quiet, quietude is good to write poems. People are least careful towards the poet. Ordinary people like us, do we give importance to the poet? Some people don't give. They are least careful. They offer a careless remark. He was a poet. They never gazed at him. His eyes saw the pain in the mirror, occupied him. His actions are not comprehended by the materialistic people, the people who are very, very busy for their materials, their business, their plans, and their implementation, earning money, fame. They don't care the poets. But each must admit that his conviction, his harmless pastime, has never ruined anybody. Poets are people. They don't like to disturb others. They always try to keep himself apart. They don't like to keep in contact with the big world, quiet place. They think, meditate, wait for spiritual and divine inspiration. If they get, and after getting, if they start writing, it will be a good poem. This poem will last for long. The poet may not live for long, but the poem will be there. Poets are human beings, man is mortal, but poems and literature and knowledge is something else which cannot be destroyed, which will last for long. Many people will get knowledge, wisdom from the poem. Really, poem is something else. There are many people who enjoy, who like to read the poems. They try to get the meaning, they try to get the message which is delivered by the poets through their poems. The poet is a strange creature. Why? A strange creature. He has no connection with the materialistic world. His world is of physical and spiritual by nature. In the physical world, he confronts poverty, defame, and public lampooning. He is made to suffer by Goddess Lakshmi. He is made to suffer by Goddess Lakshmi. That means he may not earn enough money. But Goddess Saraswati accepts him as his mental child, knowledge, education. He is rich in spiritual world. He solaces his troubled mind, saying that he is performing a divine task. Task means work. A poet is a gifted, a blessed personality who has no connection with the unadulterated materialism, but has the only license with God's creation, the beauty, the sublimity, the sensibility. He is a strangely odd person, having no care for food, dress, social status, rather like a bookworm, always brood over an incomprehensible thought that usually solace him much better than our bank balance, motor car, and gold ornament. Common people are busy for their motorbike, motor car, gold ornament, bank and balance. Poets are not like them. They are on the contrary. They always think, way, write, would like to present good poem, want to convey good message through their poems. Now, the important question from this poem is, what is pain for a poet? What is pain for a poet? Answer. The pain belongs to the poet. Poet. He himself has invented it. He himself has invented it. And made a virtue of it. Question number 2. Why does he wait? Why does he wait in the night? He waits in the night He waits in the night to get poetic light. Light. Divine inspiration. Divine inspiration that can help him to write poetry. See, what does an empty window mean here? What does an empty window mean here? Poets The poet waits in the night looking through the mental window to get light. As no light comes, the window appears empty. Look at the board. The first question is, what is pen for a poet? The pen belongs to the poet. He himself has invented it and made a virtue of it. Nobody forced a person to become a poet. Nobody. If a man is a poet, he devotes himself. Interest is there, he do it. He does it. It is his pen. If it is painful work, it is his responsibility. No one forces him. Question number 2. Why does he wait in the night, not in the day? Night is the best place to write poem, to get quiet place. Divine inspiration, meditation, devotion. He waits in the night to get poetic light, divine inspiration that can help him to write poetry. During the daytime, people are busy, lot of noise, lot of assignment, lot of work, lot of visiting people. Not possible. Question number 3. What does an empty window mean here? And the poet waits in the night looking through the mental window, not physical window, mental window, to get light. As no light comes, the window appears empty. Question number 4. What is light in his poem? What is light in his poem? In this poem, light refers to poetic inspiration. Inspiration that comes to the poet's mind. that comes to the poet's mind in silent night. And helps him to write poetry. Question number 5. What is the poet trying to do? What is the poem trying to do? The poet is trying to polish the light. On his heart. To synthesize the poetic light and to transfer it to poetry. Question number 4. What is light in the poem? Light. In this poem, light refers to poetic inspiration. Poetic inspiration, not physical light. That poetic light comes to the poet's mind in silent night and helps him to write poetry. During the day, is very, very busy, disturbance, sound, not concentration of mind. That's why night is the best time to write poem. Question number 5. What is the poet trying to do? The poet is trying to polish the light on his heart, to synthesize the poetic light and to transfer it to poetry. Whatever he thinks, whatever you get, whatever you write, he will publish and print and present and give us the message through his poetry. Human mankind will be benefited. It will help us to get civilized. It will help us. This poetry will give us solace of mind. We'll be happy. Understand what is there in the heart of the poet. We shall try to understand the message will help us. When you are worried, when you are disturbed, take the book of poems. It will help you. Try to guess the meaning. It will be help you. Thank you very much, children. So this poem, as far as I know, it is taken class twice. It's clear. So poet, if you have any poet, known person, don't neglect him. If you have poem, go through it. The first time, if you cannot read and understand, take some time. If you have some poetic inspiration in you, there is the better time for you to write in at night. Thank you very much.